Hello YouTube, this is Victor, I hope you are well. Aujourd'hui I'm at home, you can see I'm an airline freak, I got my trolleys at home, they're here, yeah, somewhere there. Today I would like to talk about just something that happened. I read it last week. A passenger was traveling and didn't get his upgrade and decided to be a real kid. And some updates, some advice regarding upgrades. Welcome to my channel. So last week, a passenger was flying on a main US airline, applied for an upgrade, unfortunately didn't get it. Things happen, unfortunately, I know it's not fun, but because he wasn't happy, he decided not to stay in his seat in economy, but to lie down on 3 seats in the economy cabin during boarding and refused to move, whereas the 3 seats have been assigned to other passengers. The flight was going to Asia, was leaving from the East Coast. Not like, you can't do that. Don't be a kid. I know it's quite frustrating if you didn't get the upgrade you were expecting, and we're the last one when we fly on staff travel to get the upgrade. So I know at any time we can move down the back, even during boarding. I've seen that happening. However, if you really wanted to fly in business class or first class, then purchase a firm ticket in those classes of service, then you're sure you won't be disappointed. So what happened to this passenger? He decided not to move. Of course, with all the recent incident, the airline decided not to drag him out of the aircraft, but there was a lot of negotiation. Finally, he ended up in his seat, but the flight was delayed, and you can imagine all the impact. Maybe you don't imagine them all, so I'll tell them. Impact for the passengers are on the plane. Many of them were missing their connection once they arrived in Asia. Impact on the crew, because the crew ran out of hours, so once they had to do an extra landing in San Francisco, get a whole set of new crew, which delay everything because they need to do all security checks and the pilots need to check all the aircraft and everything before they take over. Extra cost on the airline because landing somewhere else, well, it costs. It's like where you park your car somewhere, usually you have to pay for parking. Well, when we land an aircraft somewhere, we have to pay for landing fees, etc. So extra cost for the airline, which of course they won't pass to this lovely passenger who wasn't happy. And then for all the passengers who had the connection, as I say, there will be a lot of trouble. For the passengers that were at destination, taking the same aircraft, going back to North America, well, they were delayed too, so that have an impact for them, their connections, and going on and on. Just because of one gentleman who said, "Don't you know who I am?" Well, unfortunately, we like to know who you are. Like, you might be Mr. Smith sitting in seat 32C, but we'll treat you the same way we're going to treat Mr. Brown, who is in seat 32A. It's exactly the same thing for us. So we try to be gentle and treat everybody on the same page, but once you start the "don't you know who I am" thing, usually doesn't work very well. Again, so a few advice. First is, if you really want to be in the first class or business class, let's say it's a special occasion, it's your honeymoon and you want to be treated like royalty, that's perfect. But then purchase a ticket in those cabin, so you know you won't be disappointed and won't alter your experience on that day, especially if it's a very important trip for you. If you want to use your recognition upgrades, the airline give them to you to be used. So of course they would like you to use them, but the best bit is to travel in the lower season. If you travel around Thanksgiving and holidays, Christmas and everything, of course the flights will be really full, the airports will be busy, and it's harder to get an upgrade. Keep in mind that the airline are here to make money, so what they'll do is they will keep some empty seats available in business class and confirm the upgrade at the last minute, because they always have a hope that someone will come and pay for those seats instead of giving them to you free of charge because you're a frequent flyer. Of course, if the seat is available, that upgrade has many people. They don't want people to be left over with vouchers that they gave, recognition vouchers. But if they can sell this seat, they will do it. So always try to travel on the lower season. If you want to know what's the load will be on the flight, a lot of people are checking the airlines the seat map, so they pretend they're booking a new flight and have a look and see how many seats are not assigned. However, seat not assigned doesn't mean seat not available. Sorry, seat available. What does that mean is a lot of passengers are on a flight but didn't get a chance to select the seat. It happened a lot when you fly on a co-chair. For example, you're flying United Airlines but your ticket's been booked on Air Canada. Well, sometimes Air Canada cannot access the seat map of United Airlines. It happened to me with Singapore Airlines last year. So my seat was selected only at the airport on the day of departure. So if you look a few days ahead of time, doesn't mean what you see empty seats are really empty, they just haven't been given to someone. So out of 50 empty seats, maybe 30 are empty and then 20 are still assigned to someone else, and those 20 might be in the front. So my tip for that, there's some website that will give you the information that the travel agency, so that means how many real available seats are. One of them is called Expert Flyer. You may have to pay a small subscription if you want access to a full site. Put the link in the box below. So Expert Flyer will give you what information the travel agency. So usually the airline will not disclose how many seats they have available, but they'll put an indication. So usually for economy cabin, if you see 7 or 9, then that means there's at least 7 or at least 9. It could be 17, it could be 70 seats available, but if it's less than 7, you'll see 6, 5, 4, etc. And for business class, most of the time they put 4, so it could be 4 and more, or then it will be 3, 2, 1. So if you see it's 2 seats available, usually it's quite likely to be almost full. And keep in mind also some flights are a little bit oversold if they want to make up for that. If you want to use Expert Flyer, it's a good website. I use it quite often. However, keep in mind that you need a little bit of training on how to read airline classes of service, because it's all code. So how many seats you see in a wide cabin, and then all the subs code for that airline. So have a look. There's some website that can tell you all the class of service and how they work. Or if you know anyone who work in the travel industry or travel agent, will be the best person to give you a crash course on how to read that. And that's it. That's my my video for the week. Sorry, I was quite unhappy when I read the article about this "Don't you know who I am, gentlemen?" But I hope you have a good day, and then I'll see you next week. I'll be off to Europe, so I might film a video just before I go to Europe, and then otherwise we'll be going to Spain together. See you soon. Bye.